Hello, this is Elizabeth Joyce, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Embracing Spiritual Frontiers. Today I'm going to give a reading for Pisces between May 1st and May 15th, 2024. We have the Ten of Swords, and that's ruin. Everything's gone. Everything's ruined. That's what you've been experiencing in the last 18 months. The feeling of ruin. And then you have the Fool. So the Fool is a new energy from out of left field. And it's sudden and it's very noticeable. And then you have the Ten of Wands. And that's going to bring you new burdens. It's going to bring you burdens and challenges as you work through this energy in the beginning. Looks like you got your work cut out for you, Pisces. Let's see if we can get further information, please. The middle is where you are now. The upper right is the outcome. The upper left is the challenges. And then we have the psychological and the karma. And there's always 3 cards to each section. We start with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. Now, I know I had that in another reading today. The Seven of Swords is fertility, failure. I haven't been able to do what I needed to do, and that's pick myself up and dust myself off after experiencing ruin. And I've had a lot of tears, and there's been a separation. Someone has left my life. And this is the Queen of Cups. And she's trying to deal with it all. She does meditate. She does work on raising her vibration. But she's been blocked in some way. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of it. The obstacle is the Five of Wands. And that's a lot of talk. A lot of ideas being tossed around. A lot of suggestions to handle the situation. Then you have the Ace of Cups, which is always the home, and it's always spring. And it's about finances. It's about money. It's about going ahead and being able to stay balanced. You're still talking about this as we enter May. Now, the psychological is the Empress. And that's a beautiful card. It represents success, it represents Venus, it represents beauty, and it represents joy. And it's attached to the Lovers, which represents gratitude, humbleness, choices. Always choices, usually about love and about caring. And then you have the Prince of Cups, which is the mate to the Queen of Cups. So the Prince of Cups could be the focus on what's happening around everything. But it is going to work out. He's coming in to help in some way, whether it's spiritually or physically. And it can be both, because it's the Prince of Cups. Now go over to the karma. First card is the Five of Discs, and that's without. That's being felt that there's no money. And that's being felt that there's no hope. And it's worry, a lot of worry. What am I going to do? What's going to happen? I don't know how I can cope with this. That's the Five of Discs. It's matched up to the Eight of Wands, which is swiftly. Very swiftly comes the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is the savior in this case. It's somebody that's bringing in new ideas. It's somebody that's bringing in a hidden wish for goodness, for success, for this to be all worked out. But it's already in the atmosphere. and it's on its way to you swiftly. So swiftly, your frustration is divided. It's going to be eased up a little bit, but not quite all the way. Your outcome card is power and joy, the lust card. So that means that you're going to get it together and be able to channel differently into power and joy, into the right path. It's bordered next to it is the Hermit. And the Hermit card is going within. Knowledge from the higher sources and not here. And it leaves you with the Two of Swords, which is two choices. Which way do I go? It looks like the answer is not going to come the first 15 days of May. So I want to tell you, Pisces, to go slow and to just let it all absorb and work through it, because there is success there. It's just got obstacles, but the success is beautiful. It's new property, a new home, enough money to manage. That's behind this block, and the block has to be lifted, and it's on its way. You're rising above everything that has stopped you, and it's coming. It's coming more towards the end of the month, probably when Jupiter enters Gemini on May 23rd. So hang in there, step by step, one day at a time. You'll make it, Pisces. Let's see what else we can find out. I'm going to use the French art deck for Pisces, because Pisces is very gifted, very artistic, and you need an uplift right now. So let's see what these beautiful, beautiful cards have to say. It's the French art deck. All my tarot cards are listed below. You'll find it, and you can get it on Amazon. So here we go. And this is the spiritual part of your reading. Let's see what the cut is. You start with the Three of Cups, which is a party, having fun, feeling wonderful, maybe drinking champagne and having some delicious food. It's a party. That's the first part. Then you have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is a cutting through, no nonsense card. He is very strict. He goes by the rules, and he cuts away anything that isn't correct. He goes by the rules, remember? And then you have the Hierophant, which is your card of community, a card of courthouses, card of colleges, the card of togetherness. It can be Congress, it can be any kind of law. And that's what's coming. And it's a party because of the King of Cups and the Hierophant. So I think that the party happens after whatever comes from the Queen of Cups. So I think the party is after whatever comes from the King of Swords and the Hierophant. Let's see what else we can find out, Pisces. The first card is your focus. And then you have 4 of the mundane cards. And then you have 4 of the spiritual cards. Justice always brings everything into balance. It's a balance card. It's a fair card. Remember, I said it has to go by the book. So there's going to be a ruling, some kind of a ruling that's coming that feels very positive for you, Pisces. The first card is what concerns me. And what concerns you is the Fool. Out of left field, something comes that you didn't expect. Should you jump off the cliff or not? Should you trust and abandon yourself and think that you'll land on your feet? You're making that decision. That's what concerns you. What should I do? The second card is the Hermit, and that is what is your motivation. Now, your motivation is two things. One is working with an older, slower person, or working with your thoughts, working with your new ideas, letting go of old ways and starting new ways. That's the Hermit. What's the underlying problem? And what do I need to do? And it's the Eight of Wands, which is your problem has been that you've wanted to hurry, you've wanted to rush it, and you can't rush this. This has to go by the book and by the law, but it's about to come in for you. It's about to be excellently executed, and you are going to win in this situation. You just can't be in a hurry. Could be 8 days to 8 weeks. And then you have the Ten of Discs. What do you need to understand? Well, the Ten of Discs is family money. Ten of Discs is legacy money. It's also inheritance money. And what you need to understand is how to handle it, because you never had that experience before. So the universe is going to hand to you, through justice, some big money. And you have to be cherishing it. You have to be gratitude. And you have to always know that it's precious and that you have to handle it carefully and gingerly. I think you will, Pisces. Now let's go to what you have to eliminate and what you can actively do. This is the Three of Wands. This is your future. This is long term. Spirit is telling you to make sure that that money is safe and that it can last for long term, because that will give you a very comfortable future. Learn what you can, move forward with the help of others, and know that you have the strength, the courage, and the fidelity to work this out with yourself. That's an important word, fidelity, because you not only owe it to yourself, you owe it to the person that gave you the money, and you owe it to your family of origin long, long ahead, because this is going to go over from generation to generation. Now you have your what is new, what course of action do you have to take, and what's your path. And you have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. You have the white dove, so Spirit is with you. Spirit is going to be helping you, and it's spring. So all this will be resolved before we get to June 21st, the summer solstice. It will be all worked out for you and resolved. And that's your new path. Your new path is doing things that bring money in and handling what you've received with wiseness, love, and perfection. Now we'll go to your angel card. Your angel card is the Two of Discs. And that's interesting, because not only does it mean which way do I go, it means I don't know what to do. What do I take care of first? I've got to make a choice here, and I don't know what it should be. What is the right thing? Well, your angels will tell you, and your guide will tell you. Let's look at the angel card and see what it has to say for Pisces during this time. It says don't stop. That's very interesting. What that tells me is that you Pisces are on a new road. You may have started a new project. You may have started something new, something positive. But look, Gabriel's blowing his horn in the middle of a rainbow. And he's saying, boy, are you going to have a wonderful, successful time. Don't stop what you're doing now. So that answers the question of which way do I go? Keep going in the direction that you're going and don't make any changes. Don't make any changes with your home, with your attitude, or with what you're doing, because it's all perfect. It's all coming together now. And the outcome is the Eight of Swords, which makes me a little bit confused because it's tied to the stake, being blindfolded and feeling like you can't move. The steps to take with the Eight of Swords is to get out of the feeling that you're tied to a stake and blindfolded and get to the feeling of that Ace of Cups. Put that together, because that's your new road, and that will free you from the fear, from the swords, from what you've had to endure. You're still healing, Pisces, and I know that, but you're at the end, and now it's time for you to embrace the new, and you will in time. It just needs a little bit more. Go slow. Wait right through that end of May and let Jupiter change signs. 8 weeks. And you're going to feel wonderful by the time we get to summer. So there we are, Pisces. Let's look at a very nice oracle card, because I'd like to get a feeling of what's happening with you. So we'll pick an oracle card. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines. Trust where you're being led. That's exciting, because what that says is that you are being led to higher vibrations and higher places. How exciting is that? Pisces, this is very exciting because it's power places, ley lines, and trust where you're led. Ley lines are invisible pathways on the way along which energy travels. They can be sensed when we are in tune with them and our subtle senses, also known as spirit paths. They have been compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine, and they are sacred sites, stone circles, buried mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian Aborigine culture, songlines were pathways traveled by the Creator beings when they made the earth, when they made the land, the sea, and during your dreaming state. These pathways were recorded in the traditional songs and chants of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and to travel safely among great distances. Many people believe that we visit such sacred places on the earth sometimes. Many people believe that we visit such sacred places on the earth, and then when that happens, something is activated within us. Some also believe that by connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or to a land that you lived in a past life, or to honor and acknowledge the known path that you already know as a keeper of nature's spirits in the land? As you connect with the earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to you, and the earth is honored, and it's up to you to use the fruits that are provided for your nourishment and the garden which you watch over. So your affirmation is, I honor and thank the keepers of the earth beneath me, known and unknown. Thank you for your nourishment and your tender holding. That's the activated earth. So Pisces, you're becoming a leader. You're becoming a person that's going to not stop what they're doing and grow into being a leader that's trusted, because you know where you're being led into the new earth that's coming. Thank you for listening, Pisces, and thank you for being here today. Now I want to pull a rune for you, and the message is movement. The rune of movement, of physical shifts, new dwelling places, new attitudes, new life, movement. Also is the sense of improving and bettering any situation. This is the rune of transition and transit. There is about this rune a sense of gradual development and steady progress, with the accompanying notion of slow growth through numerous shifts and changes. This could apply to the growth of a business or the development of an idea. A relationship also may need to undergo changes and transformations if it is to maintain growth and life. Personal moral effort and persevering steadfastness are also called for when you draw this rune. Let it be said this way: as I cultivate my nature, all else follows. Let it be said this way: as I cultivate my nature, all else follows. Thank you, Pisces, for listening today and for coming to listen to the message here. Please click like and subscribe to my channel so that you can help others hear the message that is so needed today. This is Elizabeth Joyce, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.